Hey there, everybody. This is CP Cards and Dice, and we are joining our Strat-O-Matic replay at the end of May. So I played out April, now I played out May. I'm planning on doing a month every day, so in 6 days I'll have the whole season, the 83 Seaver, Tom Terrific, the franchise. I'm replaying Tom Seaver's 1983 season with APA, Strat-O-Matic, payoff pitch, and so on down the line. So let's get started. Let me quickly read you the lineups. All right. We're using the super advanced set now. We've moved up to that. And it's the Mets at San Diego. So we're on the West Coast. It's beautiful here in San Diego, as it normally is. 75 degrees and sunny. Gorgeous weather. It's going to be Mookie Wilson leading off. He's the center fielder. Hubie Brooks at third base, batting second. Batting third is Dave Kingman, the first baseman. Batting cleanup is George Foster, the left fielder. Batting fifth is Darryl Strawberry, the 21-year-old rookie sensation. Batting sixth is Ron Hodges, the catcher. Batting seventh is Brian Giles, the second baseman. Jose Oquendo, the shortstop, batting eighth. And Tom Terrific, batting ninth. And let me just get this out of the way because otherwise I'll forget. For the home team, it's going to be Wiggins leading off. Bonilla batting second. Batting third is Gene Richards. Batting cleanup is Steve Garvey. Batting fifth is Terry Kennedy, the catcher. Batting sixth is Sixto Lezcano, the right fielder. Batting seventh is Gary Templeton, the shortstop. Tim Flannery, the third baseman. Batting eighth and batting ninth is Eric Show. And here we go. Mookie Wilson. And that's Show is a righty, so that's going to be pretty easy. So it's going to be a 2-12, and that's a ground ball to the third baseman, Flannery. He scoops it and fires the first, and they just get Wilson by half a step. He can motor down that line. Yikes. Hubie Brooks is next. And it's a 5-8 against a righty. And that is a fly ball. Can of corn for Wiggins in center field. He's a 2 center fielder. Settles under it and makes the catch. Next is Dave Kingman. And it's a 1-5. 1-5 is ripped to short, backhanded by Templeton. Long throw to first, high, nice stretch by Garvey, and they get Kingman for out number 3. So Gary Templeton showing off the arm. Go to bottom of the first, Tom Terrific. And I'll tell you a little bit about Tom Terrific's season. I've learned how to play Tom Terrific after going, playing the whole season with him in using APA, right? Let's look at his stats quickly. We'll look at check information. I'm using the Strat-O-Matic sim engine. And, wait, I don't have to go there right now. Hold on a second. Let me just click on Seaver. Now let me get some stats for Seaver. So Seaver, in the replay, he's got a 2.64 ERA. He's got 5 wins and 2 losses. Much better than with APA, where he was like 2-12. Here he's 5-2 because I've really learned how to use him. Game started 9. He's pitched 58 innings. So let's see. We may have to. So that's basically what we're close to. We're coming close to 1/3 of the season. So we're going to have to get him to go an extra inning into the 7th inning more often. I've been pulling him around 6 innings. With 6 innings complete, I'm going to have to push him to 7, 8 to get him to where he should be. He's a little bit below his season average in innings. That's probably why he's got such a low ERA. I've been handling him with kid gloves, if you will. All right, so Alan Wiggins it off. Tom Seaver. 5-2 record for Tom Terrific. And that is going to be a 6 against the switch hitting Wiggins batting from the left side. A 6-6, and that is a ground ball shortstop. Now this takes a little bit longer, but it's much nicer. So I know that Oquendo's a 34. Let's roll 3 D6s. Oh, and that is a 16. This may be an error, and it is. It's going to be a 2-base error. So ground ball to Oquendo, and it sails over Kingman's head, and it's Strawberry retrieving it in the corner, and stopping at second is Wiggins on a 2-base error by Oquendo. And actually, we may have to roll to, let me see, the range section. Let's see what that says. Say a 2, no, actually, he is a 2-9, and that's a G2. Okay. A G2 would say, I've been kind of bypassing this little step. Error batted at second. Okay. Basically, what I said happened. So an error on Oquendo to start the game off. I'm looking at this other section here. All right. So it's Bonilla, Juan Bonilla, the second baseman. Here's the pitch from Tom Terrific. That's a 110, and that's a ground ball comebacker to Seaver. And Wiggins, who can score easily from second base, is going to hold on that. I'm still learning these ground out rules. With a runner. All right, so there's 1 out. Bottom of the first, no score. Gene Richards is up. Classic Strat-O-Matic cards, 1983. I was able to pick them up. I was lucky. And hold on, that's going to be a 4-4. Gene Richards. He's a lefty, so a 4-4 is a ground ball third base. Again, we've got to look at this chart. And the third baseman now is Brooks, and he is a 25. So a 25, and we rolled an 8. And that's an error. A 1-base error. Wiggins to third. A little tapper to the third baseman, Brooks. And he bobbles it, throws to first, not in time, and that's going to be an E5. So 2 errors here in the first 3 batters for the Mets. Horrible defense. Mets had a terrible defense in 1983. I don't know. I just joined the thing where I'm supposed to pick a player. So they're texting me to pick a player, so I'm gonna have to stop and pick a player. I got to pick a first baseman. So he said go to the website that he shared with me. So let me find that. Let me see if I could. Okay, hold on. Okay. Let's see. First baseman. Here they are. Okay, who do I go? Eddie Murray, Bill Terry, Willie McCovey, Charlie Comiskey, Jason Giambi, John Olerud, Mark Teixeira, or Dick Allen. Those are my choices, I believe. Let me make sure that's it. Oh boy, that's it. All right, so I get the first pick in the draft because I just joined the draft, so I guess they gave me a. Who do I pick? Eddie Murray. Oh crap! There's people here. It's in my own world, dude. So I got. I'm picking in a draft league. These are the guys I got to pick. These are the guys I got to pick a first baseman. I get the first pick. Eddie Murray, Bill Terry, Willie McCovey. This is their some baseball hero card. Charlie Comiskey, never heard of him. Oh, here's their stats. Wait a second. 280, 290. Wait. It's 307 for Eddie Murray, 355 for Bill Terry. Holy smokes. With 17. I like guys with, let me see his on base. On base is 405. Let me go by on base. What do I say? Willie McCovey with a 397 and 40 home runs. No. Charlie Comiskey, no good, dude. Jason Giambi's got a 439 on base with 38 home runs. Holy smokes, he was that good. John Olerud, 421 on base and 21 home runs. But he's a good fielder. Oh, Mark Teixeira is a one fielder with 382 on base, 36 home runs. Mark Teixeira, a Yankee. And a lot of factors. I like speedy guys too. Dick Allen. Let's see who's the best stolen bases. Oh, I guess we're playing basic. All right, let me get a 1. Let me find a 1 first baseman with the best guy is probably Mark Teixeira. He's a 1 with a 382 on base, even though Giambi is a 4 first baseman with a 439 on base. But I don't like anybody with, I don't like terrible defenses. So I think I'm gonna go with Mark Teixeira. Okay, let's pick Mark Teixeira. I'm gonna go. How many home runs did he have? Let's see. And his batting average is 314 with 20. His batting average is 289 with 36 home runs. But he's a 1 and he has a very good on base percentage, 380. On base for John Howard is 421, 439 for Giambi. Dick Allen is a terrible first baseman. So Eddie Murray's a 1, Terry's a 1. There's only 4 1s. And I'm going to pick Mark Teixeira. Okay. All right, where are we? Let's see, there's some talk going on here. Some talking behind my back. I just finished watching opening day 1984 Mets at Cubs. Harry Carey asking if anyone had an apartment on the lakefront for Gary Matthews and his family. I'm going to move to Costa Rica, dude. I'm going to get I'm going to buy a small bed and breakfast in Costa Rica, and I'm gonna stream games from Costa Rica. I'm going to get a bunch of guys, expatriate Americans, and we're going to sit in a room. We're going to play out games, and we're going to stream them live. That's what my plan is. Okay, Steve Garvey. Runners on first and third, only 1 out. The Mets are going to play the infield back. It's early. See if Tom Terrific can get out of this. This is a 3-4. All right. So it's a 3-4, and that is ripped to short. Okendo flips to Giles. Relay to first in time. And the Mets get out of that inning. Holy smokes. After 2 errors, set up first and third with 1 out, the Mets turn a very, very crisp double play. Okendo to Giles to Kingman. And we get out of that inning. Hallelujah. 6-4. Lucky I didn't play in because that would have been a big mistake. All right. So Steve Garvey hits into a double play, and that retires the side. We go to top of the second here. All right, Eric Show. The show was 15-12 with a 4.17 ERA. Oh wait, hold on, right there I am. Okay, here goes George Foster, and that's a 6-7. So that's going to be off the pitcher's card. A 6-7 is strike 3, and he blows a fastball by George Foster. Darryl Strawberry, 21-year-old rookie, and that's a 6-7, and that is strike 3, back-to-back Ks. So he fans Strawberry and sends him back to the bench. Ronnie Hodges with 2 outs. See if he can strike out the side. It's going to be a 2-7, and that is ball 4. So down to first base goes Hodges. He's on at first. And it's Brian Giles. Brian Giles with a 5-7. And that is, 1-14 single. That's a base hit for Giles. Hodges is going to stop at second base. Doesn't have the speed for third base on that one. Jose Oquendo. Here's a pitch. Oh, that's foul back. A souvenir for a lucky fan. That's a 6-8. And a 6-8 is, potential double single. This is going to bring in a run. Let's see. No, got to do a 20-side die. And that is a base hit single. And Hodges is going to come around to score. That's left center field. Richards cuts it off. Giles into third base. And the Mets are up 1-0 thanks to Jose Superstar Oquendo. It's first and third, and it's Tom Terrific. Here's the pitch from Show, and that is a 2-12. And that is a fly ball, shallow right field. Lescano towards the line and makes the running catch, and that retires the side. Mets pick up a run, and Tom Terrific is leading in this game. Oh, that's so exciting when Tom Terrific is leading in the game. Love it. But let's see if he can hold on to that. Let's see if he can hold on. Terry Kennedy. Hold on, I'm drinking my lemonade. My hands are all wet. Don't want to mess up these cards. All right, Tom Seaver. Terry Kennedy. It's off Kennedy's card, a 2-3, and that's popped up right side. Kingman under it, and he makes the grab. Out number 1. 6 to Lescano. He's an extra player card because he played on 2 teams. I think the other team is the Phillies, I believe. Off the top of my head, I could be wrong. 3-7, and that is strike 3. And Tom Terrific blows a fastball by Lescano. Gary Templeton, and that is a 5-6. He's a switch hitter, so he's batting from the left side, a 5-6, and that's a fly ball, center field. Wilson on the run in the gap and runs it down, and that retires the side. Mookie Wilson showing off the range. We go to the top of the third inning. We are in San Diego. Beautiful downtown Jack Murphy Stadium. Come by to say hello. Eric Show, I will buy you a beer and a couple of shots. Mookie Wilson. Here we go. And that is a 3-8. And that is a strikeout. Wilson swings and misses. Trying to cut down on those strikeouts. And that's a 6-8. Ooh, that's going to be a split die. It's going to be a ball that's pulled down the line into the left field corner, and Richards after it hits off the wall, and he plays it with the nice carom and into Templeton, and they hold Brooks to a 2-bagger here with 1 out. Mets have a runner in scoring position in the top of the third. They need every run they can get. Dave Kingman. Here's a pitch to Kong, and that is a 6-7, strike 3, and Kong heads back to the dugout. He either hits a home run or strikes out. George Foster. And that is a 6-3, and that's a fly ball right field X. We got an E10 out there in right field. Now we got to go through the whole thing here. I don't mind this, believe it or not. Right field, he's got a 10. And that is a 7. And nope. So then we're going to roll on the range, see what happens. It could be a hit. Oh, it's probably going to be a hit. What is he, a 2 out there? It's going to be a double. So Foster goes the opposite field, and that's going to split the outfield. He's going to roll to the wall. And this is going to score Brooks. And the Mets are up 2-0. Back-to-back 2-baggers by the Mets, who look like the big red machine, but they are the big blue machine at this point. And it's Darryl Strawberry. Here's a pitch from Eric Show. And that is a 4-5. So that's going to be off the pitcher against a lefty. 4-5. Ground ball, second base, X. Again, another X result. Second baseman is a 12. And that's right there. a lot of. All right. Let's see. 12. And we rolled a 13, and that is going to be a ball that he either gets to or he doesn't get to. He's a 3. We rolled a 17, and that's going to be a G1 with a runner on second. That is going to be out, number 3. So Bonilla throws out Strawberry, and that retires the side. Where's my crowd? What happened to my crowd? What the heck? Oh, let me see. My crowd fell asleep on me. All right. It's going to be Tim Flannery. Tom Terrific in the bottom of the third. Tim Flannery, here's a pitch. And that's a 4-6. Ground ball, second base. Our second baseman is a 20. And that is an 11 on the 20. Nope. And now let's see if it gets by Giles or he gets to it. A 19, he's a 2, and he will get to that. And he sets his feet, fires to first, and gets Flannery on a 4-3 to lead off the bottom of the third. Mets lead it by a score of 2-0. Eric Show, the pitcher. And that is a 1-5er, and that's a strikeout. So Show strikes out. Out number 2. Alan Wiggins, here's a pitch from Seaver. It's going to be off Seaver, and he's batting lefty, so it's a 5-8, and that's popped up. Middle of the infield. Giles and Oquendo converge. Who's going to get it? And it's Giles at the last minute. All righty. So after 3 complete, it's 2-0 Mets. Eric Show against Ron Hodges. Ron Hodges batted .260, so not too shabby for a guy that's really not known as a hitter. So that's a 3-6, and that is a ball 4. Base on balls to Hodges. Trots on down to first. All right. Brian Giles is next. Here's a pitch to Brian Giles. And that is a 4 and a 7. Ball 4. So back-to-back base on balls by Eric Show. Sets up the Mets nicely here. And what we're going to do here is we're going to try to bunt. Let's see the bunt chart. Where is that? Yeah, it's in here. Nope. Here's the bunt chart. All right, so let's get a bunt. Kendo is a B bunter, and that's a 3. A B3 is a successful sacrifice to who? To 4, which is the first baseman. Fields it, Garvey is going to turn around and back to Bonilla, covering first. Both runners advance on the sack bunt. So the Mets are basically performing their fundamentals. And with one out, there's runners on second and third, and here comes Tom Terrific. Tom Terrific is a 2 batting card, a number 2 pitcher batting card, but it could come off of show. And if it does, it could be a sacrifice fly or anything like that. So this is how I'm playing it. All right, so it's going to be a 1. It's going to be a 1-9er, and that is a K. So not what we wanted. Not what we wanted. So Seaver strikes out, and he's angry with himself. Knew that he had a chance to drive in an extra insurance run here. It's going to be Mookie Wilson. See what Mookie Wilson can do for us. Here's the pitch from Eric Show. And that is a 2-9er, and that is going to be a line drive base hit center field. That's going to score Hodges. We're going to wave Giles home. I believe he's a 15. And here's the throw, and he is out at the plate. Wiggins. Holy smokes. Wiggins throws him out. No, it's not Wiggins. It was Richards. Unless he's something crazy, he's a +1, but that's not going to do it because we roll an 18. And I believe Giles is like a 15. Let me double check. So Giles is thrown out at the plate for the third out. Yeah, he's a 15. There was 2 outs. So even if I gave him 1 for 2 outs, that's 16. And we still rolled an 18, and plus the 1, it's just too high, just too high. So it's going to be a 7-2 put out. It's going to be a run, though, for Wilson, an RBI, and out at home is Giles, and that retires the side. So that was exciting. The play at the plate, and he was out. Nice throw by Richards. Nice play by Terry Kennedy to block the plate. Tom Seaver now with a 3-0 lead, going for his 6th win of the early season. He's at the end of May. He may make it to the All-Star game. I'd like to see that. Juan Bonilla. I may get him to start the All-Star game. Who knows? This is very good card quality, my friends. Top card quality. But to be honest, what does this look like? It looks like my eye chart when I go to my optometrist. I think if I memorize these and I can read them out to him, he'll be like, wow, your eyesight is really improved. Because look, GBTRFGDOP. All right. Juan Bonilla. Here's a pitch from Terrific in the bottom of the 4th, 3-0 Metropolitans. And that's a 6-10. And that is ball 4. So Bonilla walks. Next is Richards. Oh, where we get a lead with Bonilla? Wow, okay. If I roll a 2, he has a really good opportunity to steal. All right, Gene Richards. And that's off Seaver. He's a lefty, though, a 4-12, and that's a comebacker to Seaver. He's going to turn around and to Okendo for the out, and the throw to first, not in time. So Gene Richards can fly down the line and beats the throw to first base. It's going to be a fielder's choice. It's going to be a Seaver, and Seaver can still hold his own with the glove for sure. Steve Garvey with a runner at first base and 1 out. Pitch to Garvey. That's a 6 off of Seaver, 7, and that is ball 4. So Garvey walks. That puts runners on first and second with only 1 out. So the tying run comes to the plate in the form of Terry Kennedy, who's got good power. Terry Kennedy hit 17 home runs in 550 at-bats. Let's say 50 walks, so 600 plate appearances. And that's good home run power for 1983. All right, Terry Kennedy. This is not 1987 or 1998. Terry Kennedy first and second. Let's see if Seaver can reach back for a little extra. Nancy, his wife, is in the stands here in San Diego. They're from Fresno. She came down from Fresno with his parents. All right, 2-11. And that is going to be popped up, middle of the infield. And that's an automatic. Umpire's arms go up. The infield flyer rule in effect on that. And it's 6 to Lescano. 6 to Lescano. 8 home runs and 400 plate appearances. 6 to Lescano. First and second. Tying run at the plate. Here's the pitch. And that's off Seaver, a 6-4. And that's lined and caught by Kingman. Great catch by the leaping Kingman. Man, he's 6'6", but with that leap, he was 7'6". Great, great leap. Must have been a 9-foot line drive that Kingman looked like he climbed the ladder to get it. And how can we exaggerate a little bit more on that call? That retires the side. So Tom Terrific is looking terrific. Beyond terrific. No need to say more. UB Brooks is up. Eric Show. Pitch to Brooks. Off Show's card. A 3-3. And oh, Brooks gets plunked in the hip. And out comes the trainer. That's a stinger for sure. So he's on at first base. Here's Con Kingman. And a 1-4. That's strike 3, and Kingman strikes out on a ball in the dirt. What else is new? The Kong's swinging for the fences. Here's Foster with a 4-6 off of Show. And that's a K. So Foster, back-to-back Ks for Show. And now it's Darryl Strawberry. We need a home run here. That's a 1-6, and that is a swing and a miss, and he fans Strawberry, strikes out the side after hitting Brooks, and we go to the bottom of the fifth. Want to keep this game moving along. Tom Terrific is going to face Templeton. No, yeah, it is going to be Templeton. It's going to be Templeton, Flannery, and Show. Here's the pitch, Templeton. And that's a 4 and an 8 off of Seaver. He's a switch hitter, and that is a split. 1-4 is a double, and it's going to be a single cut off by Wilson. Keeps Templeton to a single. And Gary is going to try to get a lead. Let's see, 3-5, and we got a 5. And there goes Gary, just like that. Keep it. Oh, and this may be an error as well. Let's see. I can't see his error rating. Hold on a second. Let's see his error rating. Should be here somewhere. Okay, he's a 1 to 10 on the throw, error on the throw. And it is an error, and it goes into center field, cut off by Wilson, and Templeton goes to third. So it's a stolen base. And, oh, wait, I can pick that out, a stolen base and an error. I think that's in there somewhere towards the bottom. Stolen base and error. There it is. An error on the catcher, Hodges. All right. So Flannery now with Templeton at third base. And the no-hitter is done here in the fourth inning. Tim Flannery. Here's the pitch. Infield's back for the Mets. That's a 2-4. They're willing to concede the run. And that is a comebacker to the pitcher. Everybody's going to haul on that. So it's a 1-3. One away. Eric Show is next. Not going to pinch hit for him yet. A little bit early. He doesn't get fatigued till the 6th, so he's going to get beginning to get fatigued next inning. Let's see what happens. So it's a 1-3, and that is it's a ground ball, second base. And that's an A ground ball. And we're going to, I don't know, ground ball second base. He would score on that. I'm conceding the run, so I'm going to let him score on that. I'm going to overrule whatever the game is doing. I don't know what the game is doing, but I'm going to overrule that with a grounder at second base. I mean, you could say that it was like a hard hit ground ball, so he's going to hold up, but he's moving on contact. I mean, any contact on the ground, he's moving really, and they're not going to go home with that. They're up 3-0, so we're going to just score them. Batter is out. Templeton scores, and it's a 4. So 4-3. And now it's Wiggins. It's 3-1. Here's a pitch to Wiggins, and that's a 4-6. And that is a ground ball second base. Again, we got to go to our chart. Let's see. Even though I am not a Yankee fan, can't resist the home run race. All right, let's see. It's a 20 at second base, and we roll a 12. And nope. And then let's see if it's a ball that ranges through, that squeaks through the infield. He's a 2. No, he gets to that, and that's going to retire the side. But the Padres pick up a run here in the bottom of the 5th, and the score 3-1 going to the top of the 6th. Mets are going to bring up Hodges, Giles, and Oquendo. We may see a pinch hitter for Tom Terrific here in this inning. Maybe not, because maybe not. He's only allowed 1 hit so far. All right, so let's see. Hodges. Pitch to Hodges. Here's Show. Winds and deals. That's a 6-8, and that is line base hit. So Hodges picks up a base knock, and he's on at first, leadoff hitter. On with a single. We're in the top of the 6th, still early. Brennan Jones is next. And that's a 1-7. And that's going to be a strikeout. So Giles goes after the curve, falls off the table, and leaves him looking foolish. Brian Giles out of control on that. Jose Oquendo. And that's a 6-7. That's a strikeout, back-to-back Ks for Show. Show is showing off what he can do. And now it's Tom Terrific. We will let him back. Got to let him go try to get to the 8th. That's a 5-4. And a 5-4 is a ground ball third base X, and that's a 30. That's a 16. 16 is a 4-7. Ooh, that's a 15. And let's say it was a 16. I believe that's an 18 there. Got cut off. I hate that. 16. That's an 18. Yeah. All right, so we're going to go to the range section, see what that becomes. And he is a 4, not very good. That's a 2 and a 4, and that's a ball that's past Flannery, underneath his glove, cut off by Richards. And Hodges is going to hustle over to third base with 2 outs. He was on the go. Now we got runners on first and third now. And Mookie Wilson is up. And this, I believe, is going to be it for Show. We're going to go into the bullpen. We're going to take a quick peek. We got a switch hitter batting, and we're going to bring in Sosa. I always bring in Sosa. All right, so let's grab Sosa. Sosa. I think of Sosa. I remember Al Pacino in Scarface. Sosa, I need you to go to Biscayne Beach in the middle of the night. Terrible. Pick up the delivery. Pick up the, I can do a good Mexican. Pick up the delivery. All right, where was I? I was looking for Sosa. Totally got sidetracked. It's the plane to the train in the middle of the night, Sosa. You got to go to Biscayne Beach. You could drive over the causeway. And you hit Biscayne Beach. Ah, there's Sosa. Okay. Blue, 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 blue. Where are we? Sosa. Okay, Sosa. How did Sosa do? I don't really care. Sosa was 1-4 with a 4.35 ERA, 72 innings pitched. He was a regular. If he has a card in Strat-O-Matic, he's a regular. They don't make cards for guys that aren't regulars. So it's not like, all right, so he's going to face Mookie Wilson with first and third and 2 outs. Here's the pitch to the Mook. That's going to be a 1-6 off of Mookie's card. And that is going to be a hard ground ball, ripped to Flannery. Flannery over to first, and that retires the side. Nice pickup by the third baseman. Flashing the leather a little bit there. And we go to the bottom of the 6th. It's going to be Bonilla. Take Bonilla with you for the pickup. All right, so Juan Bonilla. Here's a pitch from Tom Terrific. We are in the bottom of the 6th, 3-1. That's off Seaver at 5-7. And that is a strikeout. A strikeout. RJL. And Gene Richards. And that's a 3-6, which is chopped to second. And Giles charging. He better hurry. Bare hands and throw to first. Scooped out by Kingman. And they got him. And Gene Richards doesn't think so. But he's going to head back to the dugout. It's going to be a 4-3. Great play by Giles. He knew he had to hurry with Richards running down the line. All right, Steve Garvey now with 2 outs. Here's the pitch from Tom Terrific, and that's a 5-9er. That's off Terrific. A 5-9er is a fly ball deep center field. Wilson on the run to the track and makes the catch. Runs it down. Mookie Wilson. Steve Garvey. Popeye gave it a ride. Popeye forearms. And here comes Hubie Brooks. It's going to be Brooks, Kingman, and Foster in the top of the 7th against Elias Sosa. All right, Huey Brooks. Hey, STM is in the house. And Al, Red Sox fan. The one and only Al. Great character. Great quality individual. Red Sox fan. Always kind. Always supportive of everybody. Class act. He's a role model. Not me. I'm no role model. But our Red Sox fan is a role model. All right. Hubie Brooks. Sosa. Here's the pitch. Top of the 7th. 3-1 Mets. Terrific is still in there. He's pitching a one-hitter. And that is a 5. So that's going to be off Sosa. A 5-7. And that is a strikeout. All right, Dave Kingman, 1 away. And Kingman with a 4 and a 12, and that is a comebacker. Sosa feels his position, fires to Garvey at first, and gets Kingman, who didn't look very motivated to get out of the box, to be honest with you. I mean, he barely moved. I bet you he's going to get a talking to from, who was it? I think it's McNamara still there. I think McNamara hangs around for 1 more month, and then it's going to be Frank Howard for the rest of the year. McNamara decides he's going to go drink beer and play golf in Florida, and he told when they interview him in the New York papers, the New York TV stations interview McNamara. They ask him, "Hey man, you're just leaving just like that?" And he goes, "Yeah, you know what? I don't want to just stick around to watch them lose. They're just not hitting. I got stuff to do in Florida. I'm going to go drink some beer and play some golf and just kick back. I love that. He says, I've been in the game for 50 years. I think it's about time I start taking care of myself. This is a pitch to Foster. And it's a 6-9er, and that's popped up right side of the infield. Bonilla and Garvey. And Bonilla calls him off, makes the catch, and that retires the side. Bottom of the 7th. It's 3-1 Mets. Can the Mets hold on? The trivia. It's time for the 7th inning stretch. All right. Now batting. All right, Terry Kennedy. That is a 1-5er against a lefty. No, that's off the batter's card. A 1-5 is a deep drive to right field. Strawberry back to the track. That's out of here. 3-2. Terry Kennedy launches a Seaver fastball into the right center field seats and makes it a 3-2 ball game. And I know that Seaver wishes he had that pitch back. Three to two, bottom of the 7th. And the Mets bullpen is up. 6 to Lescano. It's a 4-6. And that is a ground ball, second base. Let's see. What did I do with that other chart? Every time I use it, I throw it across the table. Hopefully I don't have to use it again. That's why I guess why I do that. All right, here goes. He's a 20 at second base, a ground ball to Giles. And it's going to be an 8, and nope, it's not a. Let's see if he can get to the ball. And Giles, a 19, does get to the ball. That's out number 2. Oh, no, out number 1, excuse me. 4-3. 1 away. 3-2 ball game. Gary Templeton. Tom Terrific. Now, Terrific is already in his point of weakness here in the 7th. And that is a 4 against a lefty, a 4-12, and that's a comebacker to Seaver. Off the mound. Throw to first, and in time. 2 down. Tim Flannery with 2 outs. Bottom of the 7th. And he's got another lefty, an 11, and that is a X to the first baseman. So an X on the first baseman. And Kingman's at E10. E10 is an 11, and oh my God, it's a ground ball to Kingman. He bobbles it and drops the ball. Flannery's safe at first. E3. So Kingman blows an easy ground ball to get out of the inning. This is going to extend the inning and make anything that happens from this point on to Seaver is going to be unearned. So this is the kind of inning where I want to give up a lot of runs. If I have to give up runs, I would like it to be done this inning. We're going to see a pinch hitter because the pitcher's up. And who are we going to see? Salazar. We're going to bring in a lefty, Jones, Rupert Jones. Yes, sirree. He's going to pitch for Sosa. Hey, Sosa, let this guy Jones, let him drive the van to the pickup location. Okay, Sosa's out. He's no good. Took one in the back of the head. Rupert Jones, he's a left-handed. Let's see, he's got power. He's got some power on his card against righties. He's got a 4. Wow. The 1, you don't want to roll 1, Tommy. He hit 12 home runs and 400 plate appearances. All right. So here's a pitch to Rupert Jones. 3-2. Bottom of the 7th. Flannery's on at first. Jones the batter. Here's the pitch. And we didn't roll that, so that's a good thing. And he's a lefty, so that's a 4-7, and that is a strikeout. And Jones breaks his bat over his knee. He really took it to heart. Hey, dude, this is a regular season ball game. Calm down. But Rupert Jones He's going to have to take some anger management classes. All right, so who's coming up for the Mets? It's going to be Darryl Strawberry. We're going to bring in a lefty to face Darryl Strawberry. It's going to be a guy named DeLeon. DeLeon is Luis DeLeon is coming in. All right. Going to face Darryl Strawberry. Darryl Strawberry is 0 for 3 today. He did something, then he did something else, then he did something after that. DeLeon. Darryl Strawberry. Nobody out, top of the 8th, 3-2 Mets. So we need a couple of insurance runs. Let's see if Darryl Strawberry can help us out. Here's the pitch to Darryl, and that's going to be a 6. A 6 and a 9er is going to be lined. And base hit to right for Strawberry. Cutting it off is Lescano. Plays it on a hop and gets it into Bonilla, keeping Strawberry at first base on the single. Strawberry with good speed is going to try to get a jump. I don't play around. That's a 7. He does not get the jump. Darn it. And now it's Hodges. Strawberry's being held. Here's the pitch to Hodges, and that is a 5. Again, another lefty, an 8. Ground ball, second base, X. Bonilla is a 12. I may be doing this out of order, but I don't know. This is how I do it. Somebody will scream at me, and then I'll fix it. All right, so this is a 12, and that is a 10. And nope, let's see if he gets to it now. So no error. And a 20, and he is a 3. A 20 is a G1. So a G1 would go over here. If there's a runner on first, the batter hits a ground ball, the fielder starts a double play. Runner on first breaks up the double play. Oh, it goes into a book as double play. It is going to be a 4-6-3 double play. Oh, no. Oh, but there's no outs. Wait a second. With no outs, could mean something different. Refer to the following super advanced ground ball chart. So runner on first base, it's a DP4-3. Ah. And that means batter's out, runner to first, double play. Okay, so it is a double play. Oh, damn. I got all excited for nothing. That's what she said. All right, so ground ball, out, and it's a 4-4. I'm going to do like a 4-4-6 because you never see those. No, not a 4-4-6. What am I talking about? 4-4-3. All right, let's try that again. So it's going to be ground ball. It's going to be an out, and it's going to be a 4, and a 6. No, and a 3. Ooh, I almost did it again. Okay, Brian Giles. Pitch from Luis DeLeon. Oh, Luis DeLeon's a righty. I thought he was a lefty for some reason. I look at the right place on the cards. He was a lefty. For some reason, I thought he was a lefty. I don't know. All right. And it's going to be a 5-er righty this time. 5-10. And that's ball 4. So Brian Giles walks. He's going to try to get a jump. And Giles does not get the jump. So he walks, 2-out walk. And Okendo, here's a pitch. And that's a 3-8, and a good split dive. And that is a line drive and caught by the leaping Templeton, who robs Okendo of a base hit. And we go to the bottom of the 8th. L6 if you're scoring at home. And I know everybody is scoring at home. Some guys, I know some of you guys use loaded dice. I noticed that. And you gotta basically before every game, you gotta do the water test, but you gotta do it, on camera before the stream, you got to float the dice, and you got to, if the dice sinks, okay, and basically gets damaged, it's a good die, but you can never use it again. If it floats to the top, it's actually cursed and it's off, and it's not going to give you the proper, proportions, the proper results. So then you got to throw that die out. So either way, you're probably never going to be able to roll again, because one way or another, you're going to lose the dice. Okay, so it's going to be Tom Seaver here in the bottom of the 8th against Wiggins. Here's the pitch. Alan Wiggins, switch hitter, batting from the left side. Here's Tom Terrific. That's off Tom. That's a 5-11. It's a fly ball right field. And this is going to be a error chart. Right field, we got a 3, E6. Okay. An E6. Oh, boy. And let's see. That is a 9er. And no, he makes the catch. I believe he makes the catch. He may not. He may not make the catch, because he is a 3, and that's a 6, and that's going to be, no, it drops in. So Strawberry gets a poor jump on that ball, and Wiggins singled. So the tying run is going to be at first base, and you know that Wiggins is a threat to steal for sure. He's going to try to get a jump. It's 2-6, and he got a 7. Oh, Seaver gets really lucky on that. Now it's Bonilla, and this is where. Let's see if Bonilla. What are we going to do with him? Should we bunt? You know what? We're going to bunt. We're going to bunt with Bonilla. Let's do that. Where's my chart? Where did I throw my chart again? Here's my bunt chart. Let's bunt, and that is a 5. Remember, this is 1983. He is a C bunter, and it is a successful sacrifice, and that is a 5. So that's going to be to the first baseman. So Kingman picks it up, wheels, and throws to Giles, covering first. Moving to second is going to be the speedy Wiggins, Alan Wiggins. His high school nickname was the Flash. I don't know that that's true. I just made that up. All right, so runner to second, and it's going to be a 3-4. And now it's going to be Gene Richards. Now, this is where I should bring in, you know what? 1 out. He's gone, we're in the bottom of the 8th, so he has gone 7 1/3. So we are going to bring in, Jesse Orozco. Jesse Orozco's coming in just like that. We may have to pull a double switch, and let's see if we do that. Yes, we do, because Seaver's due up next inning. So we are going to bring Orozco, and we're going to put him in the Oquendo spot. And we're going to put Baylor in the 9th spot, playing shortstop. So Baylor's at short. Orozco is on the mound. And it's going to be Gene Richards. Tying run at second base is a 3-2 ball game. So Seaver cannot lose this game. Here's the pitch to Gene Richards, left-handed batter, and that is a 3-11 versus a lefty, and that is going to be a ground ball ripped to short. Baylor up, looks Wiggins back to second, fires to first, and in time. 6-3. Two away, and here comes Steve Garvey. Pitch to Steve Garvey. Now, we're not even considered putting the go-ahead run on base. I don't care who's coming up to bat. Just not doing it. And that is a 3-9er against a lefty, and that's going to be ball 4. So Orozco pitched very carefully to Garvey, walks him. And now Terry Kennedy, who's hit a home run in this game. He's 1 for 3. Lefty on lefty. Here's the pitch. And that is going to be off Kennedy against a lefty, a 3-4. And that's going to be a deep fly ball center field. And Wilson in right center field. And he makes the grab. A nice running catch by Mookie Wilson. And he's patrolling that outfield like the Texas Rangers patrol the Mexican-U.S. border. Holy smokes. Great catch by Mookie Wilson off that deep fly ball to right center field by Kennedy. Looked like it was a double for sure. All right, so DeLeon, a righty. I thought he was a lefty. So you live and you learn, right? You live and you learn. Let me look. Bob Baylor's right here. Here's the pitch to Baylor, top of the ninth. 3-2 Mets. Can they hold on? That's the question. A sixer against a righty, and that's a 4, and that is an N home run, but he's a W. So it's going to be a line drive base hit single over the head of Bonilla at second base. Bailey just does not have the power. Went the other way and lifted it just over the leaping Bonilla. So now Baylor's got good, somewhat, some base running speed. So let's try to get a lead with him. And oh, just missed it. He's a 2-4 and 11. All right, Mookie Wilson. Here's the pitch. And that's a 4-9er. He's batting lefty, and that is a fly ball right field. Shallow right. Lascano's got an arm on him. And makes the catch. UB Brooks is next. Top of the ninth, 3-2 Mets. Can the Mets hold on? A 3-9er against a righty, and that is a fly ball. Can corn. Wiggins in center makes the catch. Oh, no, that's 2 outs. Excuse me. And now it's Dave Kingman. Here's the pitch from Luis DeLeon, and that is a 2 and a 2, and that is, and Kingman gets plunked in the shoulder, and Kingman is feeling it for sure. Out comes the trainer and says, hey, you all right? Kingman just mumbles something, some curse words, some profanity, and that's his typical personality. So that's the second Met that's been plunked today. I tell you, it's the Big Blue hitting machine, the Big Blue wrecking crew. George Foster, first and second, 2 outs, top of the ninth. Man, the Mets could really do with a little insurance here. Let's go. That is a 4-5er. And a 4-5er is a deep fly ball, center field, and Wiggins on the warning track and makes the catch. And George Foster gave it a ride, but just did not have the carry. Got just under it a little bit, and that retires the side. We go to the bottom of the ninth. Can Orozco hold this 3-2 lead? That's the question. Nobody knows. Can he preserve the victory for Tom Terrific? It's going to be Lascano, Templeton, and Flannery. Here goes. The magic dice will tell us. Dave Kingman once sent a rat to one of the reporters that he didn't like because they used to ask him, hey, how do you feel about your 200 batting average? He used to be get really mad at that. He didn't care though. I mean, he didn't try to hit. He just tried to hit home runs and struck out, and that was it. He wasn't happy that he was batting 200, but he was like, I don't think he believed that he could hit any better than 200. I don't know. But didn't he bat 379? Didn't he bat like 290 or something like that? All right. That's a 6. That's going to be off Orozco to a righty. A 6-9er, and that's a fly ball in right center field. Wilson comes over and makes the catch. That's out number 1. Mets are 2 out away. Oh, that was all right. Strawberry took it away from him by accident. Gary Templeton, here goes. Jesse Orozco to Templeton. 1 out, bottom of the ninth, 3-2 Mets. 4 and a 7. That's going to be off the pitcher. He's batting righty this time, and that's going to be ball 4. So Orozco walks Templeton, and that puts the tying run on base. And Templeton has speed. He's going to try to get the lead. Let's see what happens here. Templeton, I'm not afraid. With either Mets or anybody, I'm going here. And a 6 won't do it, so he does not get the lead. Tim Flannery, hit and run C. Going to try to stay out of the double play. Going to try to hit and run. All right, that's going to be a fiver. A piece of fiber. And let's see, squeeze chart, sacrifice chart. Oh, hit and run chart. Super advanced hit and run chart. He's a C, and we roll the 5, and that's going to be a lead R. Gets the lead runner. I think that's what that means. I saw that they had something here. Oh, here it is. Okay. Lead runner. I think that means they get the lead runner. Lead runner. Oh, lead runner, ground ball to shortstop. Batter safe. Lead runner out. Okay, so it's a ground ball hit right at Baylor, who steps on the bag. So it's a fielder's choice. 2 away. And Flannery on at first. Let's see if Flannery has good base running numbers. Nah, not really. It's a 1-11. Let's try to pinch run for Flannery here. Let's see who can run. I don't know who can run. I have no idea who can run. Let's see. Bavacqua, 2-11. No, terrible. Wanji, Lucas, Salazar. Oh, Salazar can run. 2-5, and he's an 18. Okay, so Salazar is going to come in to pinch run, and then he's going to try to get a lead. All right, so let's try to get a lead for Salazar. 2-5. Oh, we don't get it. Got it. All right, so now we're going to get a pinch hitter. Who's it going to be? Who's it going to be? Who's a pinch hitter? Let's see. It's going to be, I don't know, Turner. I need a righty. Bavacqua is going to come in. All right, so it's Kurt Bavacqua. It's the pinch hitter type, sits on the bench all day, comes in. All right, so Kurt Bavacqua, 1 out, 1 on, 3-2 ball game. Here's the pitch to Bavacqua. That's going to be a 2. That's off Bavacqua against a lefty. A 2-4, and that is ripped to short. Baylor backhands it and tosses it to Giles for out number 3. The ball game is over. The Mets win it. Seaver wins it, and Orozco picks up a save. Final score, 3-2 Mets. Mets had 3 runs, 9 hits, 4 errors. Holy smokes. I can't believe they have 4 errors. San Diego had 2 runs, 3 hits, and no errors. Somehow the Mets still pulled it out. And that's a 6-4 fielder's choice to end the ball game. And Kurt Bavacqua grounds it to Baylor, who picked up an easy hop. Now, what can I tell you? We're going to look at the box score, and I'll give you a quick update. Let's see. Mets really, they had 9 hits. Nobody really stood out. Most guys had 1 hit, so I can't say. I'll tell you about Seaver. Seaver went 7 innings. He's got an ERA of 2.48. Gave up 1 earned run in 7 innings of work. His record is 6-2. He's on his way to becoming a 20-game winner. And we'll see if I can keep that up, because I don't know that I can. But this is much more detailed than APA Basic. APA Basic is just kind of, it's particularly for pitchers. It's not meant for pitchers. APA Basic, although I don't know if you guys saw the stats for APA Basic. Well, did I throw that stuff out? Oh, crap, I think I threw it out. I can't throw it out. So the APA Basic stats, his ERA, Seaver's ERA after the season replay I did was 4.21 versus 3.55. I was under in innings pitched because I was frustrated because I couldn't get his ERA down. He kept on getting pounded in the first and second inning, game after game. It was so frustrating. About the same amount of hits, about the same amount of home runs, about the same amount of walks, about the same amount of strikeouts. So everything else is on. But what they can't do, they only have 4-letter grades. So how are you going to be, if they, in their master game or in the Merino boards, they have 30 grades. But I don't want to go through the process of learning that. I just, right now, maybe I will in the future, who knows? Like, I didn't want to learn this, right? I bellyache and I complained and I whined but at the end, I said, you know what the hell, let me just look at this. And now I pretty much know it. I don't think I played perfect because I do the error first and then I see if it gets by them. And I don't think I'm supposed to do it that way. I think I'm supposed to see what happens here first in the range and then look at the error. But I don't know that I'm supposed to do it that way. I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't know if I'm supposed to look. Am I supposed to look at the range section first? And did I look at the right range section before? I don't even know if I did. You got to be careful with that. Am I supposed to look at the range and then the error? Or can I look at the error and after I see there's no error, then I look at the range? I don't know. I don't know if you guys are still around. Not sure if I could do that. Oh, it doesn't matter. Okay, there you go. That's what I felt. I felt that this was harder for me, so I started doing it first to get out of the way. This is easy. I just got to make sure I'm looking at the right chart. No, but I do look at the right chart because, you see, I picked the error chart first. If I did the range section, then I'd be like coming up with a number, and then I'd be like, oh, I'm on the wrong chart. But this way, by looking at the this is crazy. I got to number them or something. So I know, like, my 1 is my infield. My 2 is my outfield. My 3 is my pitcher catcher. My 4 would be the hit and run but this is fun. It is like an eye chart for me, to be honest. But I'm going to do 1 month every day. So far, I've gotten through May. Yesterday, I got through April. Today, I got through May. I still have a couple games in me later on. Even the crowd is excited. Because once I get to June 15th, they get Keith Hernandez, and he improves the defense big time. Big time. And then I get another catcher, a guy named Junior Ortiz. I get a guy named Junior Ortiz to catch. He starts being the everyday catcher. Kingman, who's horrible, made an error today. He sits down. I don't see him anymore. These are the cards I make using the card viewer. $5 a month, make all the cards you want with blah blah blah. Pain in the ass. They could just make the cards for me, but no, they want me to do it. I don't see where's Junior Ortiz. I don't see him. I am pretty sure there is a card for Junior Ortiz here. There he is. So Junior Ortiz is also a 4 catcher with a +2 arm. He's no help. Sucks. Yeah. Anyway, that's the story of this season. Seaver's going to have to contend with a horrible defense. 1983 Seaver. I still got some cool little novelty items for 83 to learn more about it. It's like doing research. I got a yearbook, an 83 yearbook, and one of these games I'm going to bring it out and go through it and read a couple of sentences or a couple of lines through the book. I think that'll be fun and interesting. And I got to keep this. This is CP Cards and Dice. Thank you all for hanging out. Bears Den, amazing. RJL, amazing. Sports Time Machine, super duper Al Red Sox fan. King of the Hill. Who else is here? The regulars, who sometimes they don't write anything. They were here. They've been here, and they probably still are here. Thank you all, and I will check out your streams as well later on. A lot of times I listen to the streams, and I'm kind of don't write anything and just kind of go on my own way. But I'm always hungry. I'm an addict for baseball, and we're the closest thing to real baseball, dude, that there is left. Eventually, they're going to do an expose. They're going to do a documentary on the crazy minds of tabletop baseball, tabletop sports, the streamers. That would be a fascinating. We would be the biggest geek dorks on the planet, right? People would, say, look at these guys. They're historians and they're announcers and these guys are nuts. Anyway, love you guys. Take care. CP Cards and Dice. Hasta la vista.